Hey everyone, it's ABELI, and tonight we're going to be trying a new game requested by my husband. It's called the Stanley Parable. Neither one of us have ever played this before, so it's going to be new all around, but I'm kind of excited. So, I'm going to say, no, I have not. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Yeah, that looks good. Please enter the current time.
10:12.
Okay. Disability settings can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. So excited. All right, we're gonna begin the game. Never the end is never the end is never the end is. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be interesting. Press
This
J
is
to
the
skip.
story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Hi, Stanley.
Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Yikes.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or
Oh boy.
even say hi.
There's so many more desks.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked,
Thanks for the alert,
frozen
class.
solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh my gosh. Hey Bones! Playing a new game. It's called Stanley Parable.
All of his co-workers
It's
were
kind of
gone. What could it mean?
Exploring at the moment.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting
I hate
room.
Mondays.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard
How are
Stanley
you doing?
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
There's no one. Oh my gosh, this
When
is
Stanley came to a
literally
set of two
Severance.
open doors, he entered the door
It's a
on his
maze.
left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
Yeah, I
lounge
am
first,
on late.
just to admire it.
Dinner ran late. We figured it's Friday, so might as well. Oops.
So you took the wrong door.
I took the wrong door.
Late for you because you're not listening.
Yeah.
You should have
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had
Issue
really
is
been
sometimes it
worth the
doesn't
detour after all,
play it
just to
then
spend a few
through the
moments here in this
stream.
immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Okay, we're gonna see if I can hear it through my headphones, because right now I've been listening through my stream and it's been going really...
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue.
I wonder if I should
But
go
when
back
a long
though and
time
take
had
the
passed and there was no more,
Oh, I can't!
he
The
decided
door's
that
closed.
the game was trying to send him a
Let's
message.
keep going.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
In a warehouse. Oh my gosh. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. I feel like that's a fair thing. Oh, I can't go backwards. Oh. Can I jump? No. Okay.
Let's get in the cargo.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
Oh gosh.
foot here.
Here we go.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
My gosh. Do I do it?
Get your face.
Oh, it's a phone.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the
They're
one
gonna
to
ring.
do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Broke it.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just
Oh.
pulling the bread out of the
Did
oven.
we start back over?
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about...
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit
Oh my
their
gosh!
life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Oh man.
This is a very sad story
What a
about
jerk.
the death of a man
Can't even
named
get into the
Stanley.
bedroom. Good morning, employee 427. Press B on your controller.
Stanley is quite a
This
boring
game's
fellow.
funny, yeah.
He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press Y.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Just pushing buttons. What if I press a different button?
Try it.
Let's press A instead. Oh, it doesn't let me press anything else. I have to press B.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Ooh, press A to watch TV. Is that the TV?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers,
It's like the
his
real
boss,
life. What?
everyone in the building had suddenly
Yeah, it
vanished
is.
off the face of the earth.
How
The
rude.
thought excited him terribly.
Press Y to spend time with the boys. Oh no.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice.
Nothing else
It barely
changed.
even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press down, prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
Oh,
he
no.
began to
Oh,
fill it
gosh.
with many possible paths and destinations.
It literally
Down
is turning
one
back into
path
my
lay an
office.
enormous
I don't like
round
this.
room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line
takes
that
away
weaved
from
in many
my,
directions. And down another was a game with a baby.
Work,
And
home,
he called it the
ability.
Stanley Parable.
Hey, sweetie.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again,
Okay, what
over
else
and
has
over,
changed?
wishing
Anything?
beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
Oh my
Surely
gosh.
there's an answer down some new
This is
path, mustn't there be?
depressing.
Perhaps if he played just one more time.
To tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer.
Oh my gosh.
How could
Bye,
there
wife.
possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he
sad
always
this
has.
is.
Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets.
I still have
the
this
more he
room.
forgets which life is the real one.
X to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this.
I was waiting
that
for,
in
like, the
this
bed to
world,
disappear.
He can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Press Y to be at work in the morning.
You see?
Oh
Can he
gosh.
just not hear me?
Oh, now it's
How can I tell
gone.
him in a way that he'll understand that every second he
Now
remains
what?
here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see?
Whoops.
How can I make him look at himself?
Okay, we're not gonna press anything yet. Should we question nothing? Sure.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply
Negative
play to
about
my intended
having
purpose, the same as
Pause
Stanley.
reaction.
We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please
Stanley
die!
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What just happened? Did I die? Well, that's just sad. Okay. So we're gonna go slower this time and try,
All of his co-workers
we
were
come
gone.
in,
What could it mean?
and none of our
Stanley
coworkers are
decided
here.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nothing like playing a game that tells you to do something and then yells at you for doing it. So there was something when I come to 2 doors. So I remember I went the wrong way. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're going to wait a hot second and let the narrator come back. Okay. Okay. Oh, look, the meeting
Yet
room.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping
How
he
to
might
solve
find
a
an
dispute
answer
with a
there.
coworker. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. I feel like a lot of these things are not a good idea. Number of slides on this slide. Rate at which charts on the same slide depicted the same information. Oh my gosh, these are great. What do people want? Things, money, more money. Things, but with money. To buy more things. Graphs? Graphs above things and money. Everyone wants graphs. Okay, so I decided to go up to my boss's office. Throwing up the stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh. Swanky. Okay. There's no receptionist. Do I just walk in?
Stepping
Totally
into his
spent a
manager's office,
ton more
Stanley
money
was
for
once
the
again
boss's area.
stunned to discover
Right?
not an indication
it's
of
like
any
a
human
library
life.
in here.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark
Fireplace.
secret was being held from him?
Ooh.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Oh my gosh. 2.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the
Yes.
device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination
Oh
was
no!
2845.
I can't go back. No.
Look at another one.
2845.
Okay. 2. 8. 4.
Watching you play this is incredibly difficult.
5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
My controls are so
by sheer
touchy.
luck. Amazing. He stepped into the
That's
newly
fine.
opened
Open up.
passageway.
Oh. Do I want to go into here though? Eerie. Nothing like a creepy room to go into, right? I feel like there should be something here, but there's not. Is there like a light switch I'm missing? Not really. Always press the red button. I plan to, but I'm like scared that there's something. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go. I was scared there was not like a platform and that I was gonna fall.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Nothing can hurt me? Are you sure about that?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door.
Mind
that read
control
Mind
facility.
Control Facility.
Escape! Totally expecting a jump scare, right? I feel like we should have escaped. I know, I should have escaped. It told me to. No, but the narrator said to.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Where are you going, Stanley? Let's press the button.
Now the monitors
Oh my
jumped to
gosh.
life. Their true
Oh,
nature
fired?
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Look, it's all the different
Stanley's
people.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Wonder what that one is up there. Oh, another fired. It's been a couple of people.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
there's
emotions
one
had
up
been
there that's, like, all
manipulated to
blue.
accept it blindly?
Top right. Thank you for the resub. Oh my gosh. Should we go? All right. Here we go.
No. He refused to believe it.
feel like this
He
was a
couldn't
mistake.
accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Oh my gosh, it's
Had he
getting so
truly
dark.
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working,
Mind control status
all of
is
it monitored and
offline.
commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
This is so crazy. Oh, I can't go that way. My week was pretty good. It was really long. I was in the office a lot more, so I got a little tired. And then after our, why is it 5? Our big hike last weekend, it was very tiring. Okay, so I'm thinking I need to press that 5 button. Oh, I can't press it. Press button. Oh, it doesn't do anything. Mind control idle. Awaiting input. So, we technically did 3 hikes. The 3rd hike, I wasn't able to finish, but the rest of the group, we did Mount Elbert in Colorado, which is the 2nd highest mountain in the continental US. So that technically was an actual, like, hike. But yes, one of them that I posted, it was a hike that turned into rock climbing.
And when at last he found the source
Okay.
of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place
We have
and to
persistent
everything it
power.
stood for.
So I mean, I have to press off. We're doing off. No mind control. Oh, wait.
Blackness and a rising
Now everything
chill
went
of
black.
uncertainty.
I broke the game.
Was it over? Yes,
Yeah, I'm not really
he
that
had
kind
won.
of guy.
He had defeated the machine.
I just
Unshackled
couldn't do
himself
it.
from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power
no.
that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or
none of
how
this
to
matters.
feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
He was very cautious.
And Stanley was happy.
Achievements! Oh, I beat the game. And now more puzzles. Yeah, so the mountain that we ended up climbing was like 14,440 feet above sea level. And so I ended up getting really bad
All of his co-workers were
altitude
gone.
sickness.
What could it mean?
So I had to call it
Stanley
quits.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
There are
simply
definitely
missed a memo.
benefits to mountain climbing as well as being in the ocean. Okay, we're gonna go back to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of two
I
open
think was this
doors,
way.
he entered the door on his left.
Just watch, it wasn't this way. Oof.
Yet there was not
Okay.
a single person
So,
here
meeting
either.
room.
Feeling a wave of
Do
disbelief,
not alter without
Stanley
consulting
decided to go
whiteboard
up
manager.
to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Ideas, group, office party. Okay, so there has to be something here probably. Targets, push for funding. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Hire someone. Broom closet? Where's the broom closet? Please keep the targets on the topic of blah. Who moved my desk? Future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. I'd rather be at sea level exactly or a little less sometimes. I get that. Okay, so there was really nothing in here. Okay, so what if in... Oh, there's the broom closet. Hello?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet.
I'm trying
but
to
there
save
was
the person
nothing
that was
here,
in the broom
so he
closet.
turned around and got back on
He's
track.
not here. I tried. Sorry. Okay. So what if we go
Coming to a
downstairs
staircase,
instead?
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What's down here?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his
I know it
boss,
told me to go upstairs,
admitting he had
but
left his post during work hours.
we're going
he
to
might
explore.
be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy,
Can I
why
get a
had
drink?
he taken that risk?
Please?
All because he
No? Okay.
believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it
Oh,
made
no.
any
I'm in a
logical
loop
sense.
now.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
They all
And for
have
that
different
matter,
times.
These rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
I was wondering
He
about the
just hadn't
doors.
found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Huh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too
Did anyone just
appeared.
notice I
It
was
was
floating?
so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all
Fair question.
very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
I keep
Let
getting
me wake
concerned
up,
every time that the
he
black
thought
screen
to
goes.
himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Ugh. I'm still stuck.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
Red.
Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh,
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and
Oh,
walked to
hello.
her place of work. But on this particular
actually
day,
someone there now.
her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment,
Oh no,
she thought
Stanley
to herself
killed
how lucky
himself.
she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
I think you're right, Bones. And then she turned and ran. Okay. Nope, we're back as Stanley. Can I, like... I want to open up these doors. Open!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Well. Ooh. Might be able to open that door. Open! I feel like I should be able to open at least one of these doors. Awaiting input. So I thought there was one computer with like something actually on it. Can I do anything with that? I can turn it off. This game is like Groundhog. Yes, it is. So hey, I want to play solitaire. How do I get into 425? This also reminds me of the show called Severance on Apple TV. Like, this area is such a big maze. Why can't I open up any of these doors?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. So, last time we went left. I'm gonna go right again this time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire
I didn't wanna. How many of these doors has to open? Yeah, let's go to the employee lounge. Right there.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room.
Need a cold beverage?
What a
No.
gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour
there's a pad
on his way to
paper.
the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too
Can't interact with
horrible
anything.
even to consider. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished,
Okay.
but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, there's the meeting room. I think we should take the elevator. Let's take the elevator.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no. No, it's to the right.
Open.
My mistake. No,
Oh.
no, not the right.
What the
Why
heck?
would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
No, it's really
It's
not
clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Am I gonna get hit by that vehicle? You broke the narrator. Hey, we're back in that room.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track,
This is a
Okay,
spoiler.
from the top.
What are you doing, Stanley?
All of
Oh
his
my gosh, this
co-workers
is-
were gone. What could it mean?
I don't
Stanley
want to
decided
do
to
the
go to
normal
meeting
thing,
room.
though.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That was way more fun. I feel like this room is familiar.
When Stanley...
Oh.
Wait.
Now we have
Wait,
more
what?
doors.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything
Where
should
do
be...
these doors go to?
Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you?
I totally
I'm the one
broke
who wrote
him.
the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Oh my
Come,
gosh, look at
Stanley.
all the doors.
Let's find the story.
Oh my gosh, which door? Let's start right. See, this is why you don't just always take the main way.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure
there are
I've ever
so
been on.
many.
I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
I don't really want to go
Do we
through an
just-
actual door
Do we need
yet.
to restart the game
It
again?
closes behind me.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh no!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
I
memo.
don't think the narrator likes me anymore. Oh, now there's
Okay,
no
It's
doors.
worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Probably did. Alright, let's see if there's any new doors. Did one of these open? Open up.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The
Oh, this
story.
is new.
Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our
didn't.
steps.
Nope. What the heck is going on?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
Now we're like in a
I can't
wooden
quite recall, but I believe my story
shack?
took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
It says I won.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh, looky there. They put a nice yellow brick road.
All right, I've got a solution.
The Stanley Parable
This time,
adventure
to make sure we
line.
don't get lost, I've employed the
Okay.
help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Look, the door opened. Oh, I wanted to play solitaire. It didn't let me play solitaire, though. I tried.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is, in fact,
feel like someone got
byproduct
drunk with
of
their-
one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Where is this taking me? Ooh, zigzags. Letters, corporate balances, consolidation reports, annual reviews, employee 432 peer reviews, financial records. Feeling at some point this is just gonna stop.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Look at that fern. Yeah, line. Oh, look!
Oh, no, not again.
Secret.
Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it.
Oh, the guy's supposed to be here.
Restart.
no. Okay. How hard can it be to follow a line? Apparently that hard.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the
Rude.
adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't
did
we
you do
simply
that?
start
Wanna go?
wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
I agree.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path,
I
a
don't
new
need new
story. Well, it could be
directions.
anything. What do you want our story to be? Go
Where are you
wild.
taking me, narrator?
Use your imagination.
This feels
Whatever
like
it might be,
I'm
Stanley,
just going around in circles.
I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not
Oh,
you
look.
again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge
Found
it,
the-
and we should be fine.
Yellow line again. Just don't acknowledge it.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we
One of these
mustn't
open?
squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just
like-
walk in circles for a minute.
There's so much to this
Okay,
game. Oh my
so
gosh.
I know that each
What the
door
heck?
has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask,
For those who get dizzy,
will
don't look at
taking
my
the
screen right now.
door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Ah, the confusion ending.
Hold up, what's this? The confusion.
You've been playing the
ending.
confusion ending
You're telling me
for 18 minutes.
that's what this is?
Hey, Helm.
It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight
The narrator's gone
times?
after a long time. Stanley dies.
That's really how all this goes? It's all
First restart.
determined?
Aimless wandering.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart
Oh
again.
yeah.
Then
So I
what?
did the first
Am I just
restart.
supposed to forget?
The office
Well,
is
what if I
now a
don't
dead
wanna
end.
forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's
Adventure line.
written here on this thing.
Adventure in
Wall.
unexplored territory. Find the
Well,
line again. Okay,
you
we did that.
consulted me. Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really?
It's going good. It's
No,
very
it can't be.
intriguing.
I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep
Narrator
restarting.
forgets about
I
previous
don't want to forget
restarts.
what's
Okay, so we're
going
doing
on.
that.
I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer
Oh my gosh.
stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination
narrator's
or
going
the
crazy.
journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's
Kinda
where we are
bookstore.
right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh. Oh, of course. I think we lost him.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
I just want to play solitaire. Can I get in that room again? Ooh. I think it's kind of cool that I can actually like turn the computers on and off. Input received. Oh,
When Stanley came
got
to
two
a set
doors
of
again.
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're going in the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I want to break you again, narrator.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, so we went that way. Let me go in here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So we went this way once before.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
I like the narrator's
stop
voice,
trying
too.
to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
It should be about me.
This is
It's the
it,
Stanley
Stanley.
Parable.
Your chance to
Oh,
redeem
no.
yourself. To put your
Okay.
work aside. To let her back into your life. She's
So this is
been
my
waiting.
wife.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay. So I did this part, I think the first time. And I have to remember that, like, the very last
Stanley, is that
step,
you?
he says
Hold on,
don't
please. Sorry to keep
actually
you waiting. I'm just
do
pulling the
it.
bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
His laugh is just mean.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Of the death.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
It already
Now
switched.
he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind,
Always pressing buttons.
in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was
Did I
wonderful.
really choose this
And
life?
each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either.
Trying to remember
At
which one
last,
it was that
choice.
he says
It
don't
barely
push.
even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible
I made a
paths
mess.
and destinations.
Also, I don't have
Down
any
one
feet.
path lay an enormous round room
I'm basically
with
hovering here.
monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
The yellow line.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it
All the
again, and then
work
again,
stuff.
and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer.
Oof.
How could there
Look
possibly
at my
be?
desk.
In reality, all he's doing is
My
pushing
fake
the
wife
same
is
buttons
dead.
he always
She's
has.
gone.
Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Okay, so I think it might be this one. Or maybe not.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Not pressing it. Wonder if I press a different button if he'll talk then. Ooh. Is he actually gonna like talk if I don't press it? Oh my gosh. I think I'm just gonna have to press it.
You see?
Ugh.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains
like a
here,
mixed message.
he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Oh,
I suppose I
can hear
can't.
you, but you weren't
not in
paying
the way I
attention to
wanted
me.
to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please
And Stanley
die.
pushed a button. And I
Kinda
tried
rude.
again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Rude. I just kept trying. Okay.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
Tips for not
boss's
getting
office,
fired. Talk
hoping he
less.
might find an answer there.
Okay.
Coming
I'll go
to a
back up to
staircase,
the
Stanley
bosses.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Actually, I wonder if I can go out one of these doors. Open? No? Okay. This way. Executive bathroom. Oh. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't even have a reflection. Ooh. An elevator. Let's go down. Oh my gosh. We're going down. Let's check out this elevator. I wonder where it's going to take us. This is going really far down. We're still going. I'm nervous now. Maybe I jumped on the elevator. It's still going. Where am I going? Is the narrator singing? Oh my gosh, where am I? Oh, I didn't even go anywhere. Okay, let's try going up. It literally like just vibrated. It didn't go anywhere. Probably gonna be the same case though. I'm pretty sure someone's saying Stanley. Also, I think this elevator is broken. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was
piano.
once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody.
Alright, do we think this
He
code is
began
the
wildly
same?
tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the
2,
shelf, looking behind
8,
paintings,
4,
desperate for clues to his situation. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Sorry, narrator. Curious as to why there's a like crate on the ground.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
let's
Control
escape.
Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Nope.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Oh gosh. What do you think, chat? Should we do it? Or should we turn around? Ugh. I don't know. What do you think, dear?
Do it.
Okay, we're gonna do it. Ah!
Delay from me, so I don't see what you can do with it.
It was basically me jumping in a hole. My untimely death. Oh gosh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story. Trapped
I'm gonna get
forever in
smooshed.
his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Alright guys, we're gonna get smooshed. Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single
Farewell,
visceral
Stanley.
instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office,
But that wasn't
as
in the
alive
case.
as ever.
I got it.
What exactly did
The
the narrator
Stanley
think he was going to
Parable.
accomplish?
That's the name of the game.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
Hey,
Do you
number
see
5.
that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. There's the credits. The office computers. Solitaire. Oh my gosh. And here's the office. Oh my gosh, this is actually pretty cool. Stanley's computer. Office layout. Oh, I just came from there. Guys, I think I actually beat it. The office. Maintenance room. War zone. I don't remember the war zone. I don't think I found that part.
Also DLC.
Oh, there's a DLC? Maybe that's what the war zone is. Oh, there's something in here. Narrator emails. Dear narrator. Are you gay? Oh my gosh. The lounge. Wow. This is like a labyrinth in itself. Oh, different options. Disobey, obey, first choice. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Yeah, we didn't find that spot either. This is just kind of fun walking around, seeing all the different options and layouts. The lounge.
Stanley pushed the big red
Here's the mind control facility.
stood on the roof.
Outtakes.
Oh, for crying.
The elevator. There's mine. Well, that was fun. Be excited to try out more of the alternate routes. Obviously, there is definitely more that I probably didn't get a chance to do. But I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me while we tried out a new game. My husband saw it and wanted to check it out, so I was very excited. I always enjoy new game requests, so if you ever have one, please let me know, and I'd be happy to try it out on stream. But again, I really appreciate all of you for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Might be on sometime this weekend, it's not fully sure, but if you are not already, go ahead and join my Discord. I usually try to post when I'm live and when I'm going to be live in there, so you can keep up. But yeah, have a wonderful evening. Bye, guys.